Artists with different physical and developmental abilities sometimes have to be creative, not just with the content of their art, but also how they make it. One studio in Utah is trying to do just that, customizing tools for each individual's unique needs and talents. Here again is Ali Rogan with our ongoing look at the intersection of health and the arts and our arts and culture coverage, Canvas.
Try it out, see what happens.
For the artists at Jump the Moon in Logan, Utah, the only limit is their imagination.
I never ask what your challenge is, but instead, myself and the other volunteers, we go to work trying to find what somebody can do. Like, what's your strength? What do you like? What do you do?
The studio is named for the famous nursery rhyme, but here the cow jumps over the moon wearing a jetpack, a little extra help, which is how founder Michael Bingham sees his job.
I pretty much promise them, we'll get in there, we'll figure out what you can do, and I'll help make it happen. So there's not a huge amount of pain in there.
Bingham works with each artist, sometimes creating new contraptions to help them express themselves, like this remote-controlled painting pendulum.
The idea behind the pendulum was somebody who has really very limited physical ability being able to use gravity as their partner and make something amazing.
And this paintbrush-equipped power chair, which leaves creative waves in its wake. But not everyone needs custom hardware. Some just need encouragement.
If somebody says to me, oh, no, I'm not an artist, I can't do this, I'll just sit over here and watch. Like, to me, that's a challenge. It's like, I'll show you, you've got something inside of you to express.
That was the case with Paul Prendergast, whose illustrations tell the story of a dragon named Spike.
He was kind of an underdog. He's different. He just don't do what the other dragons do. For years, I didn't think I was an artist. Mike has the ability to help others bring about their imagination and art.
How many cows are on there? What was the challenge?
They got 12.
To make 12? Get 12 cows on there?
Yeah.
It's also a haven for 25-year-old Alex Jensen, whose mom Lori says would otherwise be glued to that bane of most parents' existence.
It gets him off of his device, you know? That's every parent's problem nowadays is their kids' devices, right? So it's something to do other than that, and that's, he can just really get into it and have fun.
What don't you have yet?
Michael Bingham helped Jensen discover a talent for drawing farm animals. He's been challenging him to see how many cows he can fit in one picture.
When he was growing up, I never thought that he would be able to have the hand-eye coordination and the small motor skills enough to even write his own name. So for him to be able to draw a cow and have it recognizable as a cow, it's kind of cool.
Me and Michael have a great relationship.
And this is just a practice one.
For Bingham, building these bonds helps him reckon with his own youth, growing up with what was later diagnosed as a learning disability.
I guess in some way I wished somebody when I was growing up would have just said, what are you good at? Like, just take the time and figure me out a little bit, and I've got all this inside I can express if I just have the right tools.
Bingham discovered art at the end of high school and went on to art school and a career as an illustrator for Hallmark. But it was during a second career as an art teacher that he decided to focus on artists with unique abilities.
I loved working with all the students, but I insisted right away. I just thought the special needs kids need to be in my art room.
When that art room got too crowded, Bingham decided to narrow his scope and expand his space.
I think I went home and told my wife, Susie, I think I'm going to start a nonprofit. And I think I actually said, how hard could that be?
And then you found out.
7 years later, I finally got official nonprofit status.
Since it opened in 2017, Jump the Moon has invited people to bring color and creativity to their art and their life.
If you're an artist, you can change it. You can make it whatever you want it to be.
Michael Bingham knows he's helping his artists, but he says they give him just as much back.
Tell me about what it's like when you see that artist who you've been working with really click.
seeing them succeed at doing something that they can point to or say, that's mine, I made that. I don't know how to describe that feeling. You could throw in some pink or some yellow.
But when words fail, the art says everything. For PBS News Weekend, I'm Allie Rogan in Logan, Utah.